Still messing around with the acoustics and some of the accent walls and angles in here, man. But I'm liking it, man. Turning this place into a little jungle. Get the vibe right, man. The have and have-nots. An interesting concept going on, as you see in this world today, man, is this division between the have and the have-nots. Man, since antiquity, you know, there was some caveman standing around hating on some other caveman with more chicks and more woolly mammoth meat. Bro, you can't stop it. By the nature of nature, some people are going to end up with more and some are going to end up with a little less. But let's talk about how we stack the deck in our favor, as we like to say. The have and have-nots. What we're really talking about is the disciplined and the undisciplined. Yes, people are given things. Yes, people start a little bit more ahead in the race. Sure, right? But that's not the rule. And that's not to say you start ahead, you don't end up way far behind, man. I know people that I've known in my life were given the silver spoon, the platter, and everything, man, end up under the bridge. If that's the case, it's down to the individual. The disciplined and the undisciplined. You ever been to a nice affluent area? What are there a lot of? Gyms, right? Recreational activities, people going outside. People are pleasant, optimistic, positive, up early. I remember this guy did this little, not a study, but it was just something he was observing. He lived in an apartment way up on in some high rise. And he was looking down, I believe it was New York. And he was like, look at this more affluent area. And look at this more poor area. And he goes, it's 4 a.m. Look at all the lights on in the affluent area. He looked up, it was clear as day, man, all the little lights on in people's apartments. Up early, getting after it. Disciplined. The more disciplined you are, the harder you work, the more luck you're gonna have. The have and have-nots. Who gives a shit what somebody else has? It doesn't fucking matter. And you're not gonna, even if you take what they got, bro, you ain't gonna keep it because you don't know how to get it. So how you ever gonna keep it, man? Gonna give it right back. All we can do is focus on getting ourselves to the point where we are the successful man or woman. Success is an attractive quality. You attract success. It's not something you seek, man. You become. A lot of people are trying to get before they are. It's so frustrating. The victim mentality that is prolific today. Victim, man. That guy's got $1 billion. Well, fucking good for him, man. Guy's smart as fuck. Yeah, you can't be a dumb billionaire. It's just not how it goes. People can say whatever they want about how they got it, whatever. Man, it takes some wisdom and some intelligence to acquire that many resources. Good on them. Respect. How about you start to learn from them? The have and have-nots, man. And there's a full spectrum. And also, that's not to say somebody has more money. It doesn't mean they have a better life. Be smart, man. It's about wanting what you have and being fulfilled with what you're doing. There's a poor-ass guy who's rich as fuck. Possibly spiritually poor, consistently wanting more, not happy. Likewise, there's a guy who lives a very modest life. It is very fulfilled. But the fulfilled man living a modest life is not a have-not. This is the point of what I'm talking about. Have-not is a mindset. Have-not is a mindset. It's a victim mindset. Man, I've never been, I never will be a have-not, and nor should you. Whatever I have, I'm glad I have. And whatever I get, I'm glad I get. And I'm happy. I'm content, never satisfied, because I always want to work and achieve more. But I don't need more to be fulfilled. Massively different. It's important you differentiate this. Think about it in your own life. Are you happy with where you're at and your living situation? If that's not the case, right, there's been times in my life living in barracks rooms and other things, I'm like, you know what? At some point I want a house. At some point I want an office that I can turn into a jungle. Right? At some point I want to be able to go on a vacation with my family. So do it. But that doesn't mean I'm not happy during the process, or I'm a have-not during the process. I've always felt rich, man. The times I felt poor and I was a have-not, I was spiritually void. I was morally void, spiritually void. That's when I was a have-not. And at those times, sometimes I had a lot of money, but even then, I never had anything. Because it was going in one hand, right out the other, because I was living in sin and doing wrong things, man. And my life was falling apart. My life was falling apart because I was giving it away. It was like sand through my fingertips. The harder I squeezed, the more I wanted, the more I sought, the more I suffered. Be solid in where you're at. Be clear about where you're going. It's okay to want more. Man, yes, do I need more? No, but do you want more, man? You should get past need at some point. Right? You don't need clothes. You don't need some fucking shoes either, man. But you got those. Think about it. What do you want? And get clear. And it's not about attaining more. It's an endless void. It's about being content and having inner peace and not letting the things you have own you. Only when the things that you have own you, that's when inner peace is lost. That's when you're a have-not. There's always a bigger house, a bigger boat, a bigger yacht, a bigger car. That's endless. So don't get on that hamster wheel. But recognize the things that are important to you and the things that you want. Not what's programmed in and what you think you should want. This is a quality life, man. Quality life, being able to take care of you and your family the way you want. The way you know you deserve, you prove you deserve, or better said, worthy of, because people are hitting on me about, deserve, right? Man, don't get into semantics. Semantics, don't get lost in the vernacular here. The have and have-nots, man. We're all haves, man. We build ourselves up. We become that who. We become that successful person. We are, and then we live. Be smart. Out here.